The more you fuck around, the more you're going to find out. And also, if you stay down here and you never fuck around, you'll never find out.
My God, I didn't even fuck around, so why am I finding out?
Oh, trust the process. God's writing a story. What kind of stupid ass and fucking dumbass story is this, huh? Where all I gotta do is survive for my whole fucking story. Is there a good time or all of it is fucking bad? What the fuck?
What? Wait, Bitcoin's pumping? Oh my God! First my lungs get liquidated from this massive dump, then I borrow money from my mom to short at 80K because I thought we were going to retest the previous cycle's all-time highs. I thought quantum computing was going to take out Bitcoin. I thought JP Morgan was bearish on MicroStrategy. I thought Michael Saylor was insolvent. I thought dead bodies from the market makers were going to rise to the surface. Now Bitcoin's at 88K and I'm sidelined? I gotta get a job! I gotta call my girlfriend. I gotta call my boss at McDonald's to get a new job. This is such bullshit! I hate crypto so much!
Number one, number two. Number one, number two.
About the same. Number one might be a tiny bit better.
Number three, number four.
Number three.
5 and 6. 5 and 6. About the same?
Yeah, they're pretty much... Can I see 5 one more time?
5 and 6.
Yeah, they're about the same.
I knew a motherfucker who was so ass at trading that this nigga became good at trading from literally doing the opposite of what the fuck he was gonna do, gang. That's how shitty that nigga was at trading. That every decision that nigga made, the stock literally did the opposite every single time. And so what this nigga started to do was literally, instead of him going with his first thought, he would do the opposite of what his first thought was, and that nigga would hit every time, gang. That's how that nigga became profitable, bro. I swear to God, bro. Think about it, gang. So that nigga literally became profitable from sucking ass at trading. Bro, I swear to God, bro, I'm not trolling, gang. I'm dead ass, bro. That nigga just had the worst luck in the market, bro. So what he started to do was, if his first thought was calls, that nigga would play a put and hit on that bitch, bro. That nigga ran it up off that shit, bro. I swear to God, to this day. To this day, bro, that nigga is a beast at trading from sucking ass, bro. Hey!
Broski, the market is so red, I thought my MacBook was bleeding.
This is the end, cuz. Yesterday I was a millionaire, today I'm a slumdog.
This is not a dip, this is a black hole.
I'm selling everything, I'm
They
done.
have no idea. This is not a black hole. This is the beginning of a big bang.
Why is Broski not panicking with us?
Yeah, why is he so unfazed?
Check your wallet,
cuz.
The crypto is down 85%.
Allow him, broski, he's still in denial.
Is it down by 85%? Or is it 85% off?
Oh shit. Nah, gang, not the hustler mindset.
Not the hustler mindset.
Bro said
it's not a
you
crash,
can't
it's a
change the
discount.
circumstances, but you can change your mentality.
Remember, brothers, the market sends his toughest battles to his most financially literate soldiers. When the Nasdaq falls, will you give up? Or remember that no amount of setbacks defeat a qualified mind? You see a dip and start to sell, but I remember that sudden emotions lack logic. Down isn't permanent. So I invest more into the S&P because I was born to struggle and persist.
Nah, man, them. How does he do
This
it?
guy knows something. Broski, was you in the board meeting with Donald Trump? So tell me, brothers, when the crops go dry, will you sell your land or sow more seeds, knowing that the harvest will always return?
He's really got that hustler mindset. Bro's got that JP Morgan mentality. That's that quarter zip discipline, cuz. Yeah, gang. Rare few individuals that make it out, cuz. This guy's one of them.
Damn, man, come on! What's the matter with you? There is no tomorrow! There is no tomorrow! There is no tomorrow!
Imagine selling now. Honestly, man. Fucking imagine it. Looking at your fucking kids in the eyes and being like, you know what? I'm real sorry, my youths. Daddy fucking went and got a sex change. You know what I mean? No more big dick. Daddy got a fat pussy now, okay? You're a fucking weakling. Fuck that, man. I can't look my children in the eyes knowing that daddy fucking sold on dumps. On fucking dumps, man. You fucking idiots. Who the fuck is selling? I don't know anyone selling. My team ain't selling. I know bag hunters ain't fucking selling. Gem hunters ain't selling. So who the fuck is selling? Michael Saylor buying. Grayscale buying. Elon Musk on the Tesla cash flow fund is buying. So who the fuck is selling? I tell you who's selling. Little weak-hand pussios that didn't even fucking want to be in this game anyway. Didn't understand it. I'm in it for the tech. Fuck off, mate. You ain't.
How they legends, they doing podcasts. They said, we make more money than you, nigga. We sit here and make more money than you. I know you don't want to play the Cash App, open your bank account game on the phone when we see each other. I know you don't want to open the phones up and see how much niggas got in the account. You made $2 million.
I know you don't want no ATM battle, nigga.
Yeah, nigga don't want to, nigga, we make more money than you, nigga. You talking about, oh, they podcast. Nigga, because we getting chicken. We make more money than you. You better come, you want a job? We might got a job for you, nigga. Yo, Nick, did we throw you 25,000 bonus for nothing the other day? Throw it on Nick.
Just for nothing.
Throw it on Nick in the control room. In the control room, put the camera on him. Throw the camera on him real quick. Nick, what we threw you? Because we love you. Yeah, for nothing.
Yeah, for nothing.
Because we have nothing else to do. If we was bored that day. Not saying you ain't deserving, nigga. We was bored, nigga. We threw him something because we say, yo, Nick been working his ass off. We threw him that. You ever threw somebody in your camp 25,000 because you ain't have nothing else to do that day, nigga? The fuck out of here, nigga. I try to take it easy on you, nigga.
One drunk man is more intelligent than 3 women with PhDs.
Thank you so much.
That's the
Thank you so much.
That's the
Thank you so much.
That's the thing.
Mr.
You.
And my nigga King AI layer 2. Give a fuck about what your bitch think. Give a fuck about what a broke nigga think. Give a fuck about what your mama think. This is nigga chain.
But when you go all in on something, I would say that does take conviction. Now, your conviction might be
How many
coming from
chairs
first
are you
principles.
sitting on right now?
One.
Are you all in on the chair? The point really is you put on one pair of glasses. You've got one pair of AirPods right now. You're looking at me through one screen. You're using one microphone. That's a one microphone. Like, you trust it? Is that conviction? Seems kind of scary. Why don't you diversify? Why don't you use 10 microphones? The point really is things in your life. Do you drive in 10 cars at the same time or one car at one time? Do you drive down one street? Aren't you afraid that you're driving down one street? Do you take a different way? You know? So my point really is, if you're you get on one airplane, are you convicted? You put your entire family on the one airplane, aren't you afraid? Well, I said, well, Bitcoin's the best crypto asset. Okay. What's the second best? There is no second best. There's no second best crypto asset. There's a crypto asset. It's called Bitcoin, right? Right? There's no second best, okay? But take all your money, buy Bitcoin. Then take all your time, figure out how to borrow more money to buy more Bitcoin. Then take all your time and figure out what you can sell to buy Bitcoin. And if you absolutely love the thing that you don't want to sell it, go mortgage your house and buy Bitcoin with it. And if you've got a business that you love because your family works for the business that's in your family for 37 years and you can't bear to sell it, mortgage it, finance it, and convert the proceeds into the hardest money.
Grayscale buying.
Tom Lee buying.
Michael Sayo is buying. But you ain't?
You better be.
What's going on, you guys? Welcome to Moongang 195, the Fed Crashout. Back in studio live with Charlie. What's up, dude?
It's been a while.
It's been a long time, man. This was promised to me 3,000 years ago.
Right. Part of me is like, I'm like, gotta speak away from you because I have the mic here. So I'm like, almost like I might even just put it over this side, but
yeah.
We'll work with it. We'll kind of get used to it. Whatever. It's been a while since we've done Moongang? Like
3 weeks. 3 weeks, I think.
It's been 3 or 4 weeks. Yeah.
Yeah.
It's been a while, but the market's still at $89,000 Bitcoin. So pretty boring weekly close, I would say.
Yeah. It's time for a haircut, Charlie.
Yeah, might as well at this point, right?
Right.
Might as fucking well. But yeah, I wanted a better weekly close for Bitcoin. If we were at like at least 92K plus, I would say that would have been a strong take. But
right.
Ethereum this is interesting. Ethereum's actually been holding up better than Bitcoin has been breaking out on the Ethereum to Bitcoin ratio. It does have a buy signal there on the Cultivate Crypto algo as well. And then the interesting thing is on the weekly chart, Ethereum confirmed a buy signal, but Bitcoin did not. Bitcoin's still hitting resistance at that low 90K range, which shows a lot of weakness there.
Right.
But the thing I'm kind of thinking, or just kind of curious, mulling around in my head is, what if a lot of the sell side pressure on Ethereum is just not as much because that Bitcoin's been the trade this whole time, and you start seeing people pivot to Ethereum because they're like, well, it's holding up stronger. And then that kind of gets the momentum going just purely based on the strength of less sellers on the chart. That'd be nice.
That'd be nice. I mean, it has been true. I mean, there's obviously been some Ethereum people that have just sold. Like the Ethereum to Bitcoin chart is, just look at it. It's like ridiculous.
Yeah, it's looking really, really nice.
Yeah, it's looking nice now. Yeah, like a bit of a reversal there. I mean, sure, it's not a lot really, but it's like slightly up. But it's nice to see it like going in the right direction.
Well, yeah, compared to what it had lost against Bitcoin over the bull market. Yeah, I mean,
I mean, it's pretty.
Got a lot of work to do still.
This alt season was promised to me. No, I'm not cool with Kyle at all.
never, right?
Yeah.
Still holding beef from 20 years ago.
Yeah. But shout out to Rolo. We did like I did like a 4-hour and 20-minute stream. Literally the stream ended at 4:20, bro.
Hey, you gotta blaze it then.
Yeah. But really interesting stream and stuff like that. But yeah, so I mean, obviously too, Michael Saylor like recently bought some Bitcoin. The interesting thing is Tom Saylor. I was called Tom Saylor.
Tom Segura. No, Tom
Segura
Segura's been buying Bitcoin. I'm gonna move this over here.
But I'll call him I'll call him Tom Lee. Tom Lee also bought a very substantial amount, I think like $400 million of Ethereum, which was about 60% of what, Saylor bought of Bitcoin.
Yeah. My theory with Tom Lee is that he's at like 3 or 3.5% of all Ethereum now bought. His goal is 5%. If we do have like let's say a new all-time high, like $130,000 or $155,000 Bitcoin, let's say April of 2026, something like that, then I think you could see by that point him getting to 5% of all Ethereum or like really close to it, right?
Right.
And then he would still have a whole bear market where it's going to go down, 70% or more from top to bottom. So he might end up at like 10% of all Ethereum. Or I mean,
if he
would you want to is the question.
Ooh, right? That's interesting. I mean, like, you want 10% in NVIDIA?
I'll take it, bro.
I mean,
it's
like 9.9%. I just don't want no trouble from Congress.
Right. Because I mean, yeah, he could get up to like 15% because if you get 5% during a bull market, even though it's a weak one or whatever,
right,
and then you get 10% during a bear market, like I could see that happening. But yeah, if you went that aggressive, then you'd be like, okay, we're really only buying, trading, selling this maybe 5 of that 15%, like a third of it. And then that other, 10% or whatever that they're not touching is just to stay rich forever.
Right.
Money they never have to touch.
Because all right, so obviously if you have 32 Ethereum and you stake it, it's profitable because the cost the sunk cost is already, you bought the coins already. It doesn't take that much technological hardware to really run Ethereum in terms of the nodes. So it's like not that hard, right? There's a bit of a problem right now on Solana. Most Solana validators are unprofitable right now.
Yeah, a lot of them have been shutting down. I think I forgot how much % they were down since the beginning of the year, but yeah, a lot of the validators have been just shutting down because of that.
Yeah, it's not as profitable, and then it makes me wonder, like, if they're not, how are they not profitable, right? Because I mean, like, you could stake Solana anywhere and get like 5-6%. So I'm like,
or maybe just the juice isn't worth the squeeze,
possibly, or maybe it's just more computationally heavy for them to kind of handle it. Like, it's like, that's kind of strange.
Yeah, or they might have put a lot of hardware towards it too much,
right?
Overstretched themselves, and then went not bankrupt, but something like that.
Because I saw somewhere it's like you can't be profitable Solana. What's called the validator unless you have like 100,000 Solana plus or some shit. Like, it's like that's kind of. I mean, but at the same time, too, Solana at one point was completely run by one server in Germany. Never forget.
Well, they DDoSed it like twice in 3 months, and it went down each time.
I know it was at Anne Frank's house, but then they found it.
It had its own journal.
Can you imagine it was in the same street?
It had its own journal because it was like early ChatGPT AI.
So dumb. Oh my god, that's a great. God damn it, that's actually such a great question right here. Like, Damien's like, why do Bitcoin maxes act like Ethereum isn't important? Even Leanne in Discord.
It's wanting to be part of the club. I think because somebody like Lynn Alden's extremely smart. Whenever the funny thing is whenever you see Peter Schiff go to a Bitcoin conference, everybody's like buddy with him. I'm like, I get it. Like, don't be an asshole completely, but at the same time, like, I don't know, don't fanboy over the guy who's been shit talking your industry for a decade.
It's clout. At the end of the day, it's like, oh, he has clout, he has numbers. Like, I gotta be nice,
right?
I've seen that a lot.
How many Bitcoiners have you seen at a Bitcoin conference that are like on podiums talking about stuff? How many of them do you see say some things that are like the truth? You see them spout the same things over and over again, but they generally don't say anything outside of the script.
Right.
They don't invite Roger Ver there anymore. And if they're inviting Peter Schiff, come on, you got to invite Roger Ver back, right? That'd be very
that would be a banger ass. Like,
but they don't want to. They don't have those types of things. It's more curated. It's more like polished. It's more just like the thing. But the thing that I remember from the last Bitcoin conference that was interesting was, I think it was Van Eck or one one of these banks, basically, they were like, well, as of now that basically Wall Street's in the game, we don't need the HODL mentality anymore because you can just buy an ETF. Like, you don't actually need to physically custody Bitcoin anymore. And he was trying to say that on stage at the Bitcoin thing. And that was less controversial. Nobody said shit about it than like having Roger Ver back on stage. Right. I'm like, I don't know, man. But Bitcoiners kind of, because they got involved with politics too, right? They had Bitcoin Magazine basically are the people who molded Trump's opinion and angle on Bitcoin itself, which is great for everybody because now we have an actual Bitcoin reserve, right? We're not buying anything for it yet. We're just holding and not selling stuff that the US has already confiscated. But yeah, it's kind of good and bad as you're getting there. But yeah, the Bitcoiners, most of the Bitcoiners have been selling off to Wall Street, right? Wall Street's been buying their bags, and that's why prices kind of stayed around, the 90 to 110K range a lot of the time the last year.
If I remember correctly, like the last stream we did, last Moongang we did together, we talked about like it's been about 90,000 Bitcoin has been sold by whales in the last like month. Basically,
what it was,
the hodl bros, hodl dogs. Bro, it's the same dudes that like there's they're running pimp game and shit, man, on people, man. But like hodling does work, right? And like they're trying to. So the reason they didn't get that mad about the Vanek thing is because for them it's like, yeah, but that's not a real person. Like those aren't real people. They're just volume. They'll bring in, they'll buy up they'll increase the price for us.
Yeah, but even just suggesting you don't need to actually physically hold your own Bitcoin anymore. I mean, like that's just blasphemy, right?
It is blasphemy.
And
but the Bitcoiners sold their souls a long time ago.
Oh, I know.
Let's just start. Like, actually, I said this on Roller Stream, and a ton of people agreed with this. It was like what Bitcoin truly was supposed to be. They bastardized it. It was supposed to scale. It was supposed to be used as a money. It was supposed to be fungible. It is fungible, but it needed the privacy aspect. They got rid of the privacy. They left the small blocks. It's very, very, very readable. It's literally, you can go Bitcoin. I can go on Bitcoin right here on Twitter right now, and it says trackable. It's not supposed to be. It should be verifiable. Verifiable. Pseudo anonymous.
Yeah, but just saying trackable. It's a pseudo anonymous.
It's
insane.
insane.
They've been saying pseudo anonymous for years. Then all of a sudden, let's just drop that.
Let's see. But Bitcoin is an open source, censorship resistant, peer-to-peer immutable network. Okay, that's a very nice first
sentence. Screen on that?
That would be incredible if I did.
Yeah, probably.
Yes. Okay, here we go. So let's read the first sentence. That first sentence is incredible. Okay. Bitcoin is an open source, censorship resistant, peer-to-peer immutable network. Trackable digital gold. Don't trust. Verify, not your keys, not your coin.
Yeah. So I mean, they're bastardizing that portion of it right there. And it's like, when are they gonna get rid of not your keys, not your coins? I'm like, damn, bro. Like, yeah, I mean, it is what it is. It's part of Bitcoin maturing. You kind of like the way that I describe it is kind of like what do you call it? Land in Tokyo. Right. Back after World War II. There was like, a lot of rebuilding going on, and they had a lot of land that was owned by like larger groups of families. And then as those people had kids, right, they divided up all of that land among their kids. And so they'd have a yard and a garden back then in the 50s, but now they just have 2 houses next to each other, sometimes 3, right? And then the kids sell that off, and then it becomes gentrified basically.
Yeah.
Right. And so that's what's happening with Bitcoin is you go through the first phase of which we're pretty much over with, which is getting 95% of all Bitcoin out there.
Yeah.
Now that you have that, you're going to go through a consolidation phase where you get the people with the most money because they can't mine it anymore. They're not going after the mining game. Then they have to buy it off of Bitcoiners. We're in that portion now. And that might last 2 cycles before they, get kind of satisfied with some of the Bitcoin that they have, or they have to start chasing it.
Yeah.
And then in the 2030s, then you start seeing probably over the course of 1 to 2 decades, the gentrification, where then you have the division of Bitcoin happening as people buy, sell, trade, even from those large entities too.
Right.
So they won't hold on to it forever, but you're going to kind of get these like midterm monopolies, kind of forming with, MicroStrategy, with Bitmine, with Coinbase now being pretty strong in the mix. Kind of like the JP Morgan of crypto, even though they only have 10% of all centralized exchange share. I think Binance still has like 30-40%.
Right.
So Binance is still King Kong, but interesting to kind of see how these shifts are happening since we've been in 2017.
Yeah.
Because it's kind of a mixture of like what people really wanted versus what we're actually getting.
Yeah. Now, obviously, the main advantage I like.
And by the way, the Vikings are beating the Cowboys by 8 points right now. So just FYI, no impact for us, but just to embarrass the Cowboys is always a good
right. So like,
just had to throw that in there.
But I mean, I think this is actually something that does scare. This is starting to. I think this is starting to scare CZ a little bit.
Mm-hmm.
Is that Coinbase has access to the largest market on the planet and is on the stock market and can borrow money at a much cheaper rate. Sure, like obviously, like
CZ's making friends with Pakistan.
Yeah,
why? That's interesting, right? Kind of like try to counter move a little bit in terms of like, hey, we're friends with the United States, but we're also friends with these guys just in case.
Because it's like India's United States and then Pakistan is China.
Mm-hmm.
Right. And
I mean, Binance knows how to play right in the middle of everything.
No, it definitely does, but it is like an interesting little like thing that's going in there because they need capital.
Yeah.
They make a lot of money, but being able to borrow, they're not too big to fail yet. No. And I think they're playing a little close to the fire a little bit too. Like that this crash that's happened. I mean, they're trying to paint it as like in terms of crypto, it's been the biggest crash ever in crypto in terms of deleveraging.
Right.
But I've watched a bunch of like CNBC things on it and everything like that. They're saying this has never happened. It's a glitch that happened only in crypto. It's never happened anywhere else. And then like Tom Lee was like, dogs, it's happened all the time. Like what are you talking about? Like this mispricing happens, liquidity of markets happen, it dries up and it goes down. And you've had the most liquid market on the planet. The most liquid market in the whole planet is oil, and it went to zero. It went negative. And then the guy was like, "What? Okay, well, all right." That's true. I mean, it's hard to talk shit when you're doing yo, oil went negative. Dude. They're paying us $13 a barrel to take it off their hands.
Yeah. Well, the stock market just basically any bets that people had on before that, they were like, "Yeah, we're just gonna clear all those."
Yeah,
like it's like the most rigged system ever.
And there's further news that Wintermute may have actually sunk its ship. Now they've sold an additional 30 to 40% of the entire portfolio into cash already. Like
I've heard they sold a lot of Bitcoin and ETH. Yeah.
Oh yeah, they're selling a lot. Shit, it's good riddance. I mean, fuck them, dude.
Well, they're coming back. They're not just yeah.
It's like Wintermute. Just Let me pull it up real quick. Yeah, Wintermute has dumped 40% of their holdings in the last 3 weeks. Are they still dump? I mean, I wonder who's doing this and stuff. Also, like, there's been some. They can't really tie them to Binance, but it looks like Binance X wallets have also been dumping.
Really?
Yeah. Because I think they took a hit. It's impossible when you're that big of a player. But like, if you look at the timeline, like it's not even conspiracy theory, but I really think this happened. Is that the crash basically happened as a retaliation attack against Trump for the tariffs against China. Right, because we were going up until like what, the 10th of October, if I remember correctly. Yeah. So we were going up until then. Remember what happened? So before the 10th of October, 3 to 2 weeks before that, what happened? It's a very, very interesting little thing.
The Fed cut.
Well, no, not the Fed cut. Well, yeah, the Fed cut, of course. But Justin Sun somehow managed to OTC all his Bitcoin, all his World Liberty 5 tokens that were supposed to be locked up.
75 million, right?
So, yeah, $75 million. He offloaded them OTC to Bitfinex. Bitfinex gave him the liquidity. He dumped his tokens. 2 weeks later, the Trump tariff stuff happens. The market dumps. The World Liberty 5 token flash crashes.
Right.
Was the first? So they are blaming the whole thing on USDA being the token. That's the stablecoin supposedly that depegged to 60 cents.
Oh.
So it depegged to 60 cents. It reclaimed the peg, right? Because it was off, like the depegging happening on a decentralized exchange. But because of that, because it hit those levels, it caused mass like liquidations. But if you look at what the crash really started, it was actually from World Liberty Fi, the token, and the Trump token being flash dumped by the Chinese. And so I believe that Crypto.com took a hit on that. Wintermute took a big hit on that. And then Binance was obviously, I think Binance caught a bit of the hit. It's just, they were so big, there's no way they wouldn't take a hit.
Yeah.
Basically. They didn't, I mean, not like exchange ending, but like, I think it's been Wintermute and a couple other players trying to lick their wounds and come back. This is one of the reasons why I believe like Crypto.com hasn't officially announced their IPO yet, because Kraken has beat the punch already by saying they're going to IPO soon. or at least the appeal. Like, hey, I'm trying to IPO.
Yeah, and Coinbase is coming out with their base token.
Yep.
So what? I don't know when the timing of that's supposed to be.
Some Q1, Q2.
Yeah,
they're being real. They're being real.
Dude,
like,
I was telling you the other day, I was like, bro, we're just gonna call this whole cycle the fucking 2 more weeks cycle. Good God.
Yeah.
Well, that's just what it's been.
Share my screen. So a beautiful thing will happen Christmas week. Pudgy Penguins has gotten it. Did you see this?
Oh, I did not see it.
Okay, so
That's
bro,
funny.
this is one of the biggest ratios of all time. So
They should put something about their about Ansem on there. That'd be
oh no,
hilarious.
they Sundance him so bad, bro. It was not even funny, bro.
What is that like?
It's actually hilarious.
Teletubbies version of Pudgy on there. Nice.
The last one's my favorite.
And these are ones they're putting on there.
Yeah, they're putting.
They haven't been on there, right?
No, they're Christmas week.
Yeah.
So pull me down, Kyle, for 1 second. Well, I looked for the other tweet. It's one of the biggest signings. Okay, here we go. So pull it up. So Pudgy Penguins is announced. We'll be wrapping the Sphere. See you this Christmas week. How Nansen says, how did you guys do this? It was actually really easy. It almost took us 3 minutes to set it up.
Well, they are.
Bro.
Okay, so here's the thing I'll say about Pudgy Penguins, right?
Right.
They are connected. I think it's Van Eck.
Yes, Van Eck. Yeah.
Which is their Wall Street friend. So, of course, they're going to have more connections than Ansem's going to have. But, I mean, come on. The Sphere is going to put whatever you pay them to put on the Sphere, unless it's like something that goes against their policy, probably. Exactly. That's a perfect meme right there. But, I'm not surprised. But here's the other thing.
Okay.
What I've noticed is Pudgy here, I think it's in the middle of this month, if it hasn't happened already. They have a big supply cliff coming out, basically. And their prices crashed because a lot of the activity on Solana had gone down, right? And I just noticed in the last week or so that they ramped up a lot of their advertising. I think what they're trying to do is take a lot of the Wall Street money that they've been getting, spend that to basically replenish any sellers. To have enough buying action come in that the price doesn't get nuked over the holidays.
Like trying to get volume for the token, basically, in some holders. Yeah, I mean, it makes sense. I mean, it's gonna be big. I mean, I've said for a long time, like in terms of like meme token founder, he's one of the best right there for Pudgy Penguins.
Yeah.
Where is it? Let me see if I can find it here. But yeah, so when I said this on my show yesterday, but it's pretty important. Pull this up. There's been some drama in Aave that's been going on. So apparently, so you know how me and you have not been the biggest fans of DAOs for a long time. We've said it's bullshit. I mean, it's fake governance, right?
Yeah, it'd be nice if it worked well, but people do people things and fuck shit up.
Recent Aave drama that's happened. The main dev and founder redirected revenue from the company called Aave Labs, and instead of the Aave token holders where the yield's supposed to go to, he moved it over to his company. All the revenue. So all the revenue that's generated.
The DAO or his company?
His company.
Oh, wow.
Also, yeah.
How long was he doing that for? I mean,
he just did it recently. Just recently.
Okay.
He argues that they own the IP, the website front end, so they can do whatever they want. And in light of this Aave governance, it was just smoke and mirrors. Yes. Welcome. But we said this for a long time about these DAOs being bullshit. Now, obviously, the main use of the Aave token is that you can use the Aave. If you own a certain portion of Aave tokens, you get reduced fees for borrowing and lending, and you're supposed to allegedly receive the revenue that's generated from people borrowing money on it.
Right.
I can understand not all the revenue goes. If you have to create a little bit of a surplus there, that's fine. But you would think like, okay, I can receive some of this in yield or something.
Should work better than a bank,
right?
Because the bank, right, just their own system does it. Here, it should be immutable,
right?
Should be.
And it didn't happen. So the dude's basically funneled all the money to the company, and he's just doing whatever he wants with it. This is why I'm more of a we've just seen time and time again that the best thing to do, it's like I don't like doing direct buybacks and not direct, but I don't like doing direct like payouts very often. I think a seasonal one, like, hey, surprise dividend payout,
right?
But not a scheduled payout, because what will happen is the tokens then become the dividend payout.
Yeah,
and that's bad. So I think the best thing to do with like the money is a stock buyback or a buy and burn, basically in crypto terms. And overall, it's just making the supply rarer and rarer, which helps drive up the price over time. And, it's even, you look at even on very unperforming tokens like PulseX and PulseChain.
Right.
PulseX literally hit parity for the first time with Pulse Chain now, and it's gone back to a ratio now, but it's because how much it's been burning. It's been burning a lot of the supply of the token. So it really, governance is just a meme. I mean, but we're all just tippy toeing and pretending like, oh, this is not a crypto company, but of course it's a crypto. Like, bro, it's like there's a CEO and like he needs to control. Like that's what it is.
Well, yeah, people say that just because regulatory clarity hasn't been here for crypto,
right?
And yeah, I think that will change.
So here's the main thing. So then why did he launch a token? You don't need a token for all this stuff. So why do you do it? Because you wanted to get rich and make a bunch of money on the token.
Of course.
So
I mean, I can't blame him for that.
Yeah.
But
it's like the shame of not doing shit for the fucking holders, because like the token hasn't really done that well, other than the time it went from like being worth nothing as ETHLend into Aave.
Right. Well, and I think it's held up better this cycle than I thought it would.
Yeah.
I thought it would have less performance this cycle than it has. So I guess in that regard, it surprised me a little bit. But yeah, you're right. I mean, it's whatever. But also, I mean, ETH hasn't hit a new all-time high either. So,
right.
Or at least not by any meaningful stretch. But yeah. I mean, the market's just pretty meh right now with all this, and I'm just keeping an eye on the Vikings here because we're live during Sunday Night Football. But 3rd and 7, JJ McCarthy's he got out of it. Ew, that was close. Maybe first down. Anyways, TJ Hawkinson trying to get a first down for us. I think they're like 4th and inches there at the 50-yard line. But it's as bullish for Pengu. I mean, it's not bullish, but yeah, I think the sell-off of potential tokens for Pengu will be large enough. But yeah, I don't know. There's been a bunch of news since I was away for a couple weeks there,
right?
And everything's mostly bullish, right? It's just really the OGs and then the ETFs having sold off that really hurt the market. But I mean, the ETFs are starting to buy back a little bit,
right?
I didn't see what they were to end this week, but I'll open it up real quick.
Yeah, because there's really like only 3 major ones. It's like it's 4. It's like XRP, Solana, Bitcoin, and Ethereum are the main ones.
Yeah, and I mean anything that's not Bitcoin, Ethereum would be rather temporary. But yeah, I guess there was about $250 million that came into the Bitcoin ETF this past week, so that's not terrible.
Yeah.
The last time it had that was the end of October, so it's been a little while there. There's still close to 60 billion in there, so as long as it stays around there, that's good. Ethereum's kind of stayed around 13 billion, and yeah, I actually had a similar amount of money came into Ethereum as Bitcoin over that last week, so that's actually interesting because Ethereum's held up better than Bitcoin.
Yeah.
So that could be a small portion of the reason why that might be. But yeah, I mean, what I was mentioning before, if we're looking at Bitcoin here, if I turn it to the weekly chart, and if we were to turn on the CCL go buy sell signal, there's a buy signal that came in right here at 90,400, and we closed well below there. I think the weekly close was 88,150, and we're just kind of coming back up. So for Bitcoin, that area over the next 1 week, that 90,400, that's your pivot point. If we're above there, we're bullish. The higher we are, closer to 94, which is this area that we need to regain here, the closer we are to there at the end of next week, the better, right? So for Bitcoin, that's where you need to be bullish at all. For the bears, though, if that area acts as resistance, 90,400 for the entirety of this week, and we were to close red, or even worse, you were to close below this 87,000K range, then you'd probably see Bitcoin come down here and test that low one more time. Because Bitcoin right now is trying to determine whether it's in a longer 60-day cycle or a shorter one. The longer one.
Ooh, shit.
What?
Yeah, that Rob Reiner and his wife were actually murdered. They were found dead in their home with knife wounds all over them.
Bro, that sucks.
What in the eyes wide shut were they doing? That's insane.
I think, who was it? Gene Hackman and his wife had gotten poisoned or something earlier this year, I'd heard, or something like that. That's some crazy shit. That's like some Charles Manson shit.
Rip the goat, stand by me. Yeah.
That's not good.
Isn't that the movie where they found the dead body by the train tracks or some shit?
Yeah, I mean, as kids, yeah.
Yeah.
But yeah, so basically Bitcoin, if we're looking at the longer 60-day cycle, would be on day 59. And so you would want to see it if it was going to dip and retest this 80K range, which is kind of its one area that you can consider its fair value right now. Then you would want to see it within 10 days. So you'd want it, if Bitcoin did ruin this trend here, came down, but bounced back up, right? So 10 days would be basically until about Christmas. You'd want to see a rebound off of Christmas into New Year's. If you didn't, it could be much worse, meaning that you actually have a shorter 60-day cycle here.
Do you think the market wait for my grandma to give me my Christmas money? So like,
yeah, I would say don't give her Bitcoin this year.
I'm gonna tell Satoshi on you, bro.
Well, I heard. Oh, what do you call it? Ask Santa for one Bitcoin. Tell him you give him 2 back. Right. But yeah, we'd have a high currently on the 60-day cycle of day 18. And this, how would you know which 60-day cycle you're in? From about December 22nd, so a couple days before Christmas. If we're really pushing well under the 80,000 range, that's just not good overall, and you could go down for another 20 days there into the beginning of the year. And if we were to do that, then we have a risk of breaking below 74K. We break below 74K, then we're pretty much in a bear market. And if we do that sooner without much of a pump back towards retesting 100K, that just means the market's weak and the bear market's confirmed. And so then when you do get a bounce, the best you're going to get is the bottom of this 200-day moving average. Currently, that's at about 108,000. But by the time we would get to some scenario like that, it could be down closer to like low hundreds. And so you get some sort of weak bounce in Q1 if you were to break 74, right? And then some weak bounce up towards maybe 100. You fail, and then you go into the brutal part of the bear market. That's what you would see in like kind of worst case scenario.
Should I just try to be a full bear? Let me just be a full bear right now. Like, let me just go.
Miguel being a full bear. This is where you know you need to be buying the dip now.
Well, this is something interesting. If you actually watch, like, not just Tom Lee, but there's a lot of it does seem like it's a lot of ex JP Morgan like employees are saying this in terms of respondents and stuff. But they're basically saying that they because the head of global macro trade for JP Morgan, or kind of their head like stock analysts, right? Overall market analysts for macro, is basically saying for JP Morgan, Tom Lee's saying the same thing as this other guy. What's his name? It's like a skinnier Asian guy. And I know that doesn't.
On CNBC?
No.
I was gonna say Andrew Sorkin. No,
not Andrew Sorkin. Well, anyway, regardless, basically what they're saying is that they're expecting a stock correction about 15 to 20% sometime in the second half of 26, basically. Which is, I mean, it makes sense because like at some point there needs to be a little correction probably in the AI side, on the AI tech side. But the thing is the stock market's so dependent on like NVIDIA and everything like that. You know, it's there's this whole joke is NVIDIA misses the earnings call, it's over. It's like the entire market, like the entire economy is based off of that one fucking earnings call. Like, god damn, dude. And so they've done this whole comparison. If they take out the Mag 7 from the S&P 500, like the S&P 500 is fucking like doing down. It's flat basically. Like all the gains are being made because obviously like the way they do it, it's market weight based. So it's like the bigger companies get more of the DCA in the purchase than the smaller ones. But yeah, it's all the people saying they didn't make any money.
What do you mean?
Oh no, I'm just reading something right there.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean the positive aspect here, because like on RSI we're kind of weak right here, but on the positive aspect, if we do get an up move here above the most recent high, which is 94,650, if we were to get above there post December 21st, so if we were to hold at these high 80K range, I would say as long as we're not going below 85,000 for the most part, we're good. I think if you go to Bitcoin on the weekly, and I'm not saying we're good, I'm just saying we're able to hold up.
It just nukes right now. What the fuck, Charlie?
Well, like, where was it? Yeah, this price right here.
Yeah.
So we already had the double sell signal up here at 115K, right? We came all the way down here below this previous sell signal, all the way down into support. We're trying to get that buy signal on Bitcoin, but this previous one here, all the way back that we got the buy signal at 80,700. I mean, if you were to break that region with significance, that would be your danger zone pretty much, especially on a weekly close. So as long as we're holding up here, like most of the weekly closes for Bitcoin have been above 86,000, as long as they remain above 86, 85,000, then Bitcoin should chop around more than anything and then, start coming up here. So, yeah. But what I was saying before about Ethereum, which is interesting, if you look at the weekly chart, it has had 3 weeks in a row of green, and it actually did confirm its buy signal here. So it had the square setup and the diamond confirmation. So again, all this means for Ethereum is that Ethereum needs to hold that level, which is essentially $3,060. So if we can close above there and stay above there the majority of the week, then Ethereum could follow through. So in the next 1 week, where are you going to get a buy pressure? I really don't know.
So,
we got the Fed doing the,
Right.
treasury buybacks over the month. So that's bringing liquidity in, but that's a delayed effect. That probably won't hit the markets until next year.
Yeah. It started already 2 days ago.
Yeah.
So they started the buys 2 days ago. It's going to continue on for the rest of the month. They're going to basically minimum, no matter what they say, they're doing 25 billion minimum for January, February, March, and April.
Okay.
But he says that was the minimum. It's probably higher than that. So we're probably going to get $40 billion in the next 4 months. So it's a good, let's see, 40, 80, 120, 160, $200 billion of liquid. That's
a lot.
That's not QE,
Yeah. Not QE, not QE is what I call it. Yeah.
Not QE. And then here's the one little part that most people didn't, because I did the Fed breakdown. If you guys ever want to watch it, it's like 2 hours long.
Yeah, it's a good one.
But towards like the end of the stream there, I go over this one part where they've said it really fast. It was kind of like, we've also taken the limits off of overnight repo market. And then they just,
right.
It was, wait, what?
We can imprint unlimited amounts of money.
Right. So they did do a good job. Because he explained what was the plan, is like, because they were never going to be able to roll off the entire balance. That would be incredible if they could have, but it would have taken too much money out of the market. It's already like breaking already. But the overnight repo market, they did a good job. They got it to zero basically. Yeah, well, $1 billion or $2 billion, it's what, between friends, it's zero, right? But so the overnight repo market is pretty much zero. It's not zero anymore. They've already printed $13 billion already, but still, it's basically not to the levels where it was at during pandemic.
Yeah,
they can run that back up to another 100 billion there. So they've got about $100 to $300 billion probably that it's going to be printed within the first 6 months. Now, I think they're going to try to do this entire operation during the time that Jerome's still in office. So because it's interesting how they said April. They put it on the main thing. The biggest bullshit I've ever heard that Federal Reserve ever say, and there's a lot, is there's not enough sufficient liquidity in the market for the banks to handle the U.S. population to pay their taxes on April 15th.
Wow.
So we need to money print in order to provide ample liquidity for taxes. There's not enough money in the banks for people to pay their taxes. If Americans paid their taxes, the United States banking sector would collapse. Is that really what we just said? Wait, what about all the other times we pay taxes?
Or even better, the entire tax system would collapse. What are you going to choose, government? You're going to choose.
All right, just pass me one of those tax evasion sweaters. No, it's fine. But I do have some of those.
Well, if you're going by what do you call
it? Hand it to me, Kyle.
If you're going by the sovereign individual, right? It is after the first quarter century where people stop paying taxes or pay taxes less because of digital currency.
Give me that 3XL, bro.
So hey, that'd be on point. What we got? Oh, nice.
It's for our season's greetings, you guys. Full screen discount.
I was like, yeah, but now at this point in the street, no.
This is yours, Charlie. I brought it for you.
Oh, nice. I like only the Benjamins there.
Only the Benjamins, bro. But basically, this is what the Federal Reserve is telling us to do. It's tax evasion now. No, but it is one of the biggest. I couldn't believe that was the reason that they're saying there's not enough money in the banking system to handle people paying taxes.
That's gay.
How? No. So what about the other times?
Well, taxes and the banking system are entirely a scam. So,
why didn't we have a problem in 2008 or 9?
Mm-hmm.
What are we talking about?
They're trying to zero us out, bro. Zero us out. Why does Jerome Powell not want to introduce more liquidity to the market? Because it'd make poor people rich.
He's like, I'm not adding to the timestamps. Thanks. But it's crazy. So okay, so they could probably do. I think they can get away with $100 billion of the overnight repo market before, like, hey, what's going on? Because they did 13 billion, or they've already started the QE started technically on December 1st. They started.
Well, that was the end of QT, right?
No. Yeah, the end of QT. But during that first week of December, they had like $13 billion was injected in the overnight repo market. From the overnight repo market, right? So they could,
and they call crypto fly by night Ponzi scheme,
right? So they hit us with 13 billion already. Before that, they hit like $6 billion, if I remember correctly, or $8 billion. Then another, he's got to turn it back on. Then another $13 billion. So, and they just did 40 now. So another 40, another 40. What?
Where's the chirp? Oh, there we go. All right, this gotta.
Gold will save me now. But honestly, gold, it will keep going up over time. It's their money. It's true. QT, if there's no, so I explained this on
Apple stock's doing well too.
Yeah. Well, like so Rolos, right? So on Rolo Stream, I said, look, if the Fed is not basically letting the balance sheet roll off, which means they're just if the Treasury pays out, they just don't buy another Treasury.
Right.
What means if they're no longer doing quantitative tightening, it means if a bond, if they get $50 million that gets given to them from the bond, they just take the $50 million, buy another more Treasuries.
Gotcha.
That's what it does, right? So that means no money has been lost. It just kind of went back in the end of the pile, right? January 1st, I'm claiming tax exempt. But there's two ways. Money's printed in two ways. The Federal Reserve prints it for free. They're the only entity that can just poof out of thin air.
Mm-hmm.
Banks can print money from demand, even if it's fake demand, but there has to be something there. A
Right.
business loan,
Make a loan to themselves. Make a loan to Fat Tony.
Lending to another bank. I was like, who's more creditworthy than this other bank? I invested. I let like Silicon Valley Bank borrow all the money they wanted.
Well, I think it was Robert Kiyosaki the other day. He said again, T-minus 6 months before total financial collapse.
Well, watch. He's like,
this time he's right.
This time he's right. But what if this time he is right? And then someone's make a compilation of every time. I love Robert, but like every other time he says coming. Oh no.
And he said this time it's because of AI collapse.
It's not. It's
possible.
There's going to be a correction because even Tom Lee's like a perma bear, but like perma bear, but like even he said like there's probably going to be some, because like there's some political shit going on. The midterms are shaky, right?
Mm-hmm. The Dallas Cowboys suck.
Yeah. And and then the new Fed chairman, which is actually it should be bullish for stocks and crypto and gold. I mean, anything that has to do with like things people want,
right?
That's good. If you're an asset class holder, capital class, good, because Trump said he wants to take the rates down to 1%.
Wants to, but
let a boy dream.
Every politician would love to print as much money as
DCC
they can.
does not commemorate with Charlie LLC.
Are you guys cool anymore? No. Why? Because not unlimited money printing. No. Government, like they want to spend like drunken sailors. They are.
Yeah. Like drunken sailors.
They're terrible when it comes to money. But like, I would. In some respects, I would like them to be able to do it because then we could, basically
get us out
take advantage. But like, and crypto is the most liquid market. So for any market that would be less affected, it's actually crypto because it is hedged against inflation. So we'd be sitting pretty. All you do is just use it to get as much Bitcoin as possible and then cultivate that crypto, keep compounding it, right?
Damn, this sweater's so cheap. Look at this shit.
But for everybody who bought Wall Street or who bought real estate, basically, right? Last time we had that injection of money printing, the Vikings basically are kicking ass, taking names. But
he took it. Oh,
yeah, they were trying the last onside kick and failing like Dallas usually does. So we just won the game. So congratulations, we won nothing, but we did ruin the season for Dallas. I love it. What was I saying? But no, the government loves to just like make inflation worse for everybody. Why? Because the people who have money and understand what's happening can get rich during that time. Crypto, it's good for, but everybody who is in real estate previously from the last time we had a lot of money injected in there.
Okay.
A lot of them were selling back their real estate. They over leveraged, right? They got too much with credit and they didn't have enough money to actually back it up. So they basically have all been washed out of their real estate the last few years. So For most industries, what we've noticed since that money printing in 21 has subsided, that it's really only the rich that really kept their money.
Yeah.
Right. The most, or the people who are paying attention are smart about it. Right. The
Right.
Moongang. But yeah, so if we're going to go through that again, it's great for the short term, but everybody here is like massively got to make sure that they're taking profits on that type of thing.
Yeah.
I would think that would be more likely in 2027.
Yeah. I mean, 2027 is going to be a pretty nice year.
Yeah. So like maybe they want to wait.
It's the year of the goat.
Yeah, there you go. So maybe they want to wait a little bit. Well, they can get momentum right into the election of a year later from that. Like it's hard to say like how much, like how soon will he have his Fed chair really pushing in his direction that strongly?
90 days.
You think so?
So okay. So once he approves the actual the Fed chairman, it takes 90 days to basically get it approved, to get it done, and then it gets done. So,
but wouldn't they have a successor right away from when Jerome
quit? It should be. That's where I'm a little shaky on it. I don't know if it's in 90 days. So 90 days before May 12th, or is it May 12th and 90 days? That's what I'm not sure about.
Okay. And then also I know it is technically possible, this has never happened, but it'd be like extremely political, is if the new Fed chairman was chosen still for the FOMEC meetings, the board of the actual Fed, those 12 people, they could choose somebody else to basically present all that information. They could choose Jerome again if they wanted without the president's approval. But now that would be extremely political and probably not going to happen. But I think there's more things that I think, that interesting little things that can happen at the Fed as it becomes political and they're kind of doing a tit for tat type thing. They're like, never rule anything out. Right?
Breaking news: a gas leak has been. How did that happen?
The Somalians have gotten into the Fed. Damn it! All money is now gone and siphoned to terrorists.
Oh my god! The Somalians have broken into Jackson Hole.
That's our false flagged event to get into Africa.
You get a Somalian.
Our false flag to get into Africa.
You get the Somalians, the head of the Fed. I am the captain now. Oh no! Oh no!
Do you imagine if Trump put a Somali, bro? Oh my god,
he would never. He would
I know
never.
it, but I wouldn't put it past. Jesus Christ,
I'd put it past him.
Yeah,
I'd be shocked. Shocked, I would say.
Yeah,
but Minnesota just did beat Dallas. I think by 8 points. So
nice.
Booyah. Although Minnesota sucks this, well, they don't suck exactly this year. We're capable, but what do you call it?
We're just like more or less good, or like
we can we basically
started really good though.
Yeah, we had a rookie quarterback. So
did you guys have like an undefeated streak for a little bit? Like you guys were going in the beginning, right?
No, we were winning like every other game though, so we were doing pretty all
was
right.
it last season?
Yeah,
okay.
Last
That's a little I pay attention.
Yeah, exactly. As long as it's not the Jets, right?
Yeah. Financial advice: don't bet on the Jets, dog.
Yeah, I think they lost today too. But to the
shock,
Jaguars.
I have not.
Yeah. But anyways, always just good to see the Cowboys lose, and even better because when the Vikings win. But anyways,
yeah. Someone said Miguel has forsaken Hex, bro. I bought Hex the other day. I bought some E-Hex the other day. I was like, it hit a tenth of a penny. Fuck it. I bought an Ethereum's worth. Not a crazy amount, but I was like, all right, let me buy. I bought an Ethereum's worth of E-Hex. Shoot me, I guess. Oh, Hex Jesus is bad or whatever. I'm sorry. I even said this on my stream, but that's how you don't want. You could tell that someone that hater from earlier was not a hater, but he was like throwing a joke, but like saying that like I've abandoned it. He doesn't even talk about this. Like, what are you talking about?
You need to talk about it every single waking moment of the day, Miguel. Otherwise, you have forsaken it.
Yeah.
Are you not entertained? Are you not entertained?
Let the guitar hit.
Oh, want to let it?
No, that's okay. It's too late now. You let
the opportunity.
Yeah, E-Hex, Elite Hex. That's right. I mean, I'd much rather bet on that than P-Die, dog. Bro, it's beyond cope, dog. I mean, they're literally in their own cinematic universe. Every time something bad happens, but you don't understand. It's because you don't get the point. I've only seen this level of delusion with XRP. Of like the level of like gerrymandering to move it like in some other direction to say no. But you know, it's because it's not this. It's because you don't get what they're trying to do in the background with some secret stuff right here. There's going to be a meeting in 2028 when, you know... You don't understand how Railgun being added to the bridge and stuff is so bullish for P-Die. You just don't understand, Charlie.
I know, I don't.
I don't understand either, actually.
I didn't even see the chart of that recently, but Pulse X is holding up okay. Not the best chart in the world, but it is re-attempting here to touch that 10-week moving average. So
You just don't get it. Yeah, you just don't get it, bro. That's so funny.
But I don't know. As a PDI chart just looked like super trash.
I mean, I haven't looked at it in a long time.
Let's see.
Yeah, bro. They have Maddie on there? No way.
Was this a PDI to PulseX? I don't think that's the right one.
No.
That only goes from April.
Is that the one like Maddie made? He made like his own.
Oh,
PDI?
the not PDI bullshit or something, probably.
Buy the dip. You buy the dip, dog. You gotta tell me, dog. Why is your name Coupon, bro? Jimmy, why is your name Coupon?
Because
Coupon 714. 7 plus 1 is 8. 8 plus 4 is 12. 1 plus 2, 3.
Dude, all the Maddie pairs, like PDI to Maddie, good, all these good dyes basically come in there when you type in PDI. That's fucking weird.
Probably look at volume in terms of like the. See, just.
I hate that you can't like filter it from that right away.
Yeah.
Anus. I don't know. Anyways, chart probably sucks.
Yes.
But yeah, I mean, Pulse is not looking great. It's kind of just Pulse X did hold up a bit better. Oh, that was what I wanted to show earlier too. Is so Bitcoin did not get its buy signal. Neither did the altcoins. Only Ethereum. So just by a hair. But if we did look at the ETH to Bitcoin ratio, it's actually doing pretty good.
Oh my fucking god! Wow. So basically they were reportedly stabbed to death by their son.
Oh, that sucks.
Jeez, look at this dude.
They created a crazy.
What they do to the son?
Michael Rayner reportedly stabbed him to death. Damn.
Yeah, he was. What Rob Reiner was famous for doing a lot of comedies, producing a lot of comedies, I believe. He was. Oh, remember Wolf of Wall Street?
Yeah.
When there's that scene we wanted to parody.
Yeah.
Or whatever. He's the dad that walks in.
Yeah.
Or whatever. Yeah.
He was great in that. He was great as his dad.
Damn.
$45,000 on the sides.
Yeah, exactly. But no, Ethereum to Bitcoin here does have a buy signal that did follow through in the last one weekly candle. So I guess the thing to take away here is that if Bitcoin does just decide to chill in the high 80Ks, low 90Ks, Ethereum could gain a little on it during that time. So that's not the worst thing in the world, I guess. But
yeah,
I don't know. There's this little thing called the Citadel that I heard about that some people might want to join. Some other people may decide not to, and then miss out on the early 2026 gains. But hey.
So so I've talked about this in my stream. So we're gonna open it tomorrow. So tomorrow we're gonna open the Meme Coin Alpha group. It is available to anyone that's in the Citadel already. So don't worry, there's no extra cost or charge or anything like that. But it's just basically I wanted a place to put like the more degenerate stuff in the chat there, so we could have more news and sort of more macro news in the main kind of, or just sort of help
easy to follow
and put more of like, because we've been getting a lot of like, hey, look, check out this meme coin, that coin. It's been cluttering the group a little bit. So we're like, hey, let's put some meme stuff in here, and then maybe we go into something.
Yeah, we've had a quite a good handful of ideas for side groups. Depends on kind of where we take the Citadel in the next 1 year, but we also might add like a beginner friendly tutorial group where people who are less adept at crypto is their first time. They haven't taken a crypto mindset course, right? They have a bunch of links to be helpful in there and stuff. So we have a lot of stuff cooking going into the new year for not only the Citadel, but for the next crypto mindset course and everything. So
so the Meme Coin Alpha group is going to be added tomorrow.
Yep.
Then we're going to add like a help tab for all the like beginners, like help guides and stuff, just things like that. They're going to put in there as time goes on. Yeah, so we're just continuing to improve the Citadel, and we've added AI to it as well, which is really cool. An AI podcast as well on the weekly newsletter, which is pretty nice.
Yeah,
I'm trying to get my hands on AI Rick right now.
And we do also have that $50 discount for every month you do renew in the Citadel. You get a $50 discount towards a future crypto mindset course for up to $600 off of crypto mindset courses throughout the year. If you're in the Citadel for the full calendar year. So yeah, it definitely pays to be in the Citadel. It's a good time. Jump in there and have fun with us during the holidays. I think, this last week, I got back to my regular schedule. This next week, I'll be on my regular schedule. The last 2 weeks of the year, we may,
Yeah, we
have one less stream each per week.
Yeah, something like
but
that.
we're gonna try to like stream throughout most of the holidays. But where will we be if we're not on stream? Right, basically here in the Citadel. So.
I will probably have a New Year's stream, but not near midnight, of course, but some in the day and stuff like that. And then I'll be streaming throughout the holidays as well and stuff like that. I'll probably do like a December 24th stream or something like that, and then maybe even just directly a Christmas morning stream or something. It'd be fun. We'll see what we do.
Santa and yeah.
Have you seen Santa being chased around by the goth girls?
No.
Yeah, it's pretty funny. They're like, there's all these things where like Santa's going up the escalator just by like a horde of Latinas, goth Latina chicks. Like Santa finally got my request. But for people who know the meme coin alpha group meme, Kyle, pull me down for a second. Like this, it comes from this right here.
Hey, this is the day in the life of a fat nigga crypto millionaire. He wakes up at 6 a.m. next to the Russian supermodel he bagged the night before. He wakes her ass up and tells her, get the fuck out. He got shit to do. But first, she gotta make a nigga breakfast. Can't make money on an empty stomach. After breakfast, he checks in on his meme coin portfolio. He trenches meme coins for an hour with his fat nigga alpha group, looking for that daily 100x. Found it, looking like this nigga will be eating good today. Next, he's got a few business calls to make. Updates on his multi-million-dollar real estate ventures with some white-collar cracking niggas. It's almost lunchtime and this nigga's getting hungry. He hops in the Ferrari and drives to his favorite lunch spot in Miami. Oh shit! He spots one of his niggas from his meme coin alpha group. They chop it up talking about the 1000x runner from this morning. They decide to treat themselves after lunch and go shopping. Yeah, these fat niggas looking fly. He getting a little sleepy now. He gotta go take a nap before a big night. He wakes up and gets fresh for a lavish dinner at the best steakhouse in Miami with all his niggas. Now it's time to hit the club and get turned. They celebrate their wins from today and are on the prowl for snow bunnies who want to get freaky with a fat nigga. He takes her home and they have consensual sex. After clapping cheeks, he decompresses with a warm glass of milk. He looks back on another successful day as a fat nigga crypto millionaire, then goes to sleep ready to do it all over again tomorrow.
It's fat nigga season.
That was the next runner from this morning. Yes. So that's where the joke comes from and stuff. So yeah, but pretty funny. We're gonna be talking about some plays in there and just like it's more degenerate meme stuff, and it's pretty lighthearted and stuff.
Yeah,
but
it'll be good times.
But also, we're gonna put some
100x leverage on Luna coin.
Yes.
Or Luna Classic.
Token. Yeah. But it's gonna be a great time anyway. And then I'll probably also if we have but just FYI, when we have the unrecorded or recorded calls for the Citadel, they'll still be in the main chat. So yeah. So just have
everything will be like announcements and everything will be in the main chat. It'll just be meme stuff in there. But
correct.
Each side group that we have will be kind of like any of those purposes will be for like
that purpose.
Just whatever it is labeled as literally, and then everything else will still be in the main chat.
Look at the Citadel, man. Oh my steak's too juicy. My lobster's too buttery. Oh my god, the Citadel.
Yep. So get in there.
Hey Bjorn, what's up, dog?
Yeah, you were showing me there's a good
pull
bit
it
of
up.
Interesting news here.
So man, crypto's so bearish right now.
I wish we had like a soundboard for news flash. Like
well, I guess I could hit you. I mean, since tech companies are just run by the Indians, I could just But breaking news, the SEC has officially approved DTT or DTCC request to tokenize stocks and bonds on the blockchain. Long time coming. I think this is this is natural flow where things were going to go. I mean, it's of course, just tokenize these stocks and then you can have them trade 24/7, 365. Eventually, the revolution will be tokenized. That's what's going to happen,
Yeah, absolutely.
And it makes sense too. I mean, just think of it. That's value add. Just value add. And that's one thing alone. Getting away from banking hours, just Monday to Friday. You don't have to pay for pre-hours, after hours. It's running every single day, 365. It's going to make the markets that much more actually accurate over time.
And then Coinbase opening up their degenerate prediction markets.
Yeah, I talked about that. Yeah, the prediction. Dude, I'm getting bullish on the Coinbase stock. Now watch this. Now watch this because there's
on
Chinese
the stock or on their token?
The stock.
Okay.
The token, it's going to be bullish initially because there's going to be so much.
Yeah, it's going to take a little while.
Yeah. But once that token does launch, No, you know what? I'll save that. I'll save that for the Citadel and the Crypto Mindset course. We will be having a webinar for everybody very soon. We'll announce it in a day or so. The official. We'll make sure to give everyone 24-hour notice so they kind of can go to it and stuff. It will be recorded, FYI. But the Citadel, the Crypto Mindset course, and the Cash Out course is invited, of course, for this first webinar. We're going to go over a lot of interesting things. But it's huge, man. This is so awesome, man. Long time coming.
Yeah, I think real world asset and tokenized assets have been some of the biggest growing sectors in terms of within crypto this time. And kind of the way that I'm viewing it is the 2018 bear market was the bear market where Wall Street said, okay, we're going to get in, we're going to start buying coins, but we're going to do it quietly.
Yeah.
Right. They weren't really telling many people. Then the 2022 bear market going into this bull market has been Wall Street basically getting a position. And then regulatory at the end of this bull market, right, getting the regulatory position in there. Then the next 4 years, I think what the main theme is going to be is starting from 27 is Wall Street really kind of just like formalizing these rules, having everything, all the infrastructure basically being in place. And then what? It would be from that next cycle. So from the early 2030s, then you pretty much have Wall Street entrenched in this market as a huge player. But yeah, it would have taken them about pretty much a whole decade to get that accomplished here for crypto because they're a big player. They don't want to come in and just blow the market up. So they're trying to come in, step by step. So I think a lot of these types of things are good for crypto right now, but it's going to be even better once we get to the next cycle because then money will start flowing in through these types of vehicles. Until then, right, the real money flows are just not going to happen until like end of 27, early 28 for a lot of this type of stuff that's being built out. So it's kind of crazy how bullish the news is and how
but that's how slow the market moves in terms because it's a giant
money.
Yeah. Like real estate's going to be the real estate. This cycle has really been with the real, it's been having the parking brake on the economy for a long time. I predict, and this is a prediction, but just from what I've been able to tell from what's happening with interest rates over 26 and how there's so much luck. Like the quote that always comes in my head is like so there's this whole thing where so after 2008, people were like, this was always their master plan to steal all the money away from us, right? If you look at it, so it's saying these fucking assholes, they got us in credit card debt in the 80s and 90s. Then they stole all of America's money in through the tech boom crash that happened in 99 and 20 and 21. Because in 21 there was also another stock market crash because of 9/11.
Yeah.
And then where was the last vestige of money in America? Homes, and then they crashed it and stole that money, and they left us in poverty. And this is one of the reasons why we had
the crypto came out of nowhere. People got rich, and then what do they do? Fuck that shit up.
So what I always think in the back of my head is like, where's the last vestige of cash that they could steal? I know that's not really what's 100% what's happening. I mean, there's some truth in it.
They've done it before,
right? So it's really like the people who bought 2011. Like I can even put it 2009, but 2009 to 2019. If you bought a house during that time, you have equity because your house has gone up. Even it's gone up more and come down, but you're still higher than when you bought it.
In terms of value.
In terms of value, there's equity there.
Right.
That's a lot of money that can be refinanced, or a house can be sold, repurchased, and the leftover money can be used to buy an Escalade, or a vacation, or investments.
Yeah,
it's interesting. That's where that money that's why Trump has been focusing so much on that, getting that interest rate. He wants to get it to 1%. Good luck. I mean, we'll see if he can, because at 1% interest rate, I mean, the inflation can get a little out of control again. Like it's not zero.
Not a little, quite a lot out of control.
Charlie, semantics. Charlie, semantics.
Take about 4 years for that to be realized, but
well, 4 years richer.
I want a
that's what I'm
chance.
saying. That's what I was saying before, right? Like the rich get richer. The people who are paying attention can suck up that money. Hold it in something like crypto, not real estate, so you're liquid,
right?
And then as long as you can maintain that increase, then inflation is not going to hurt you. But the problem is if it makes everybody poorer over the long run a little faster, right? Then they're not going to have enough money to come in the market. It's just going to be a Wall Street market, and we're getting then weak ass bull markets like we get here for crypto. So we actually do. I mean, us, right?
Yeah.
We want retail to make money because if they do, then they come in and they can actually mess up markets, narratives. It kind of is what he called the natural force of the market, because Wall Street could try to just manipulate everything, and they do have a lot of success doing that. But when when your retail traders come in, it's kind of like just messing up their narrative. Like there's some things they just can't control with that money.
Right.
And then that does kind of force their hand to like put more money in certain places. And sometimes that moves the market up a little bit more aggressively.
So yeah, no, exactly. Lost my train of thought. I'm so sorry.
So when the question for me is, when will retail get money?
Right. And so I believe
And
that's
how long can they keep it?
But it's also, here's the problem. Like the bottom 40% don't have money.
Yeah.
It's the people who have homes, have equity. It's really like the top 20, top 10% of America has the money. And it's really where the younger people, because like the boomers are kind of already cashing out already. They're not spending. They're just not spending. They're just like, they're only spending on certain, like the funeral home, the retirement home, and basically nursing homes, and then basically keeping themselves alive.
Yeah, or stuff for their children.
Stuff for their children. I mean, I hate my kids. The boomers say. The boomers say. The boomers say. Well, I'm on my way, good sir. But where my stimmy check
I think
is.
I watched all the what do you call it? The most boomer, the most Gen X, the most millennial man in the world, and those different things.
Oh yeah.
The millennials roasted themselves pretty good, but like what do you call it? The most Gen X one was the funniest, most hilarious one. He's like,
is it Cappy?
Yeah, pretty much.
It's Cappy.
He's like, rewind the tape. No.
Yeah.
But
yeah, we're on the stream, and then Rolo said, like, the most boomers person I know is Cappy.
Most boomerish.
Well, he's just saying, like, he's like I think is Rolo older? He's young.
Could be. I don't know.
He might be a little older than, but he's like
about the same age.
He's old, but old man Cappy got me beat. Yeah. But that money that can be moved. So off the prediction that I have right here, this is a prediction, but like if these interest rates go down, it takes a while for that to happen. But like Las Vegas is a very reactory market, right? It's a hot market.
Right.
Vegas, Dallas, certain parts of Texas, Miami come in the bottom half of Florida, right? Are the hottest markets in the United States.
Like people moving there, you mean?
Moving there and money moving around and kind of locked capital, because that's also where the highest price appreciation. You had houses here. It literally during 2008, right? During 2008, when everything crashed here in Vegas, houses were going for $80K, $100,000. Those same houses are $400,000 now. The houses are a little newer, a little bigger and stuff. Went up to like 800 to 1.2 million. That's like the average. The average house in Henderson that was like a decent house was like that much. Summerlin, same thing. Red Rock area, same thing. These are $1 million homes. Now they're down from their peak of $1 million, maybe $1.2 million. They're down to about 600 to 700, but they were 400. There's a $300 to $400,000 profit margin there. There's profit there, and then especially for the people who bought during the actual bottom, the pico bottom here in Vegas. Oh my God, North Vegas, they could have bought anything in North Vegas for like 80 G's to $100,000.
That's still good.
and now it's 400. Even if it's 300, there's 200,000 on the house.
Even in the shitty areas, like most of the houses, even just the land is like 250.
It's up. They're up a lot on it. They're up a lot on it. And this is actually, I saw something recently. Someone sent me this. There was a video of I'm so bad with the names right now. From the Iced Coffee Hour. What's his name? Graham Stephan. He's like, one of my biggest fuck ups ever when I moved to Vegas. He's like, when he moved to Vegas in the early 2010s, he says, I went out to these properties out there in the middle of nowhere, like middle of nowhere. He's like, there's still a lot of sand everywhere. I could have bought anything out there for about like $150. That was Summerlin.
Yeah.
He's like, I regret that so much. He said, I didn't see I didn't see the vision. He said, I didn't see the vision because it was nothing. It was just desert. I didn't know they were gonna fucking build it all. Now it's Summerlin's fucking $1 million homes.
It doesn't even matter if it's a good area either that much in Vegas. Like it just keeps expanding. And the one interesting thing is they do say their goals for expansion where they are, and so he just didn't fucking do his homework probably. But
also younger too. I mean, he's a millennial like us, but he's a little older than us.
That's like missing Google, Apple, Microsoft stock, in that line of work.
But we don't say we're not real estate reporters. We're not real estate people. So like that wasn't fumble on him because he's a real estate guy.
Well, and he was there at the time.
Yeah,
right. Like it's a setup, right?
That's a bit of, but there's also the curse of limited capital. Everyone has limited. Yeah. There's only so much you can buy and stuff.
Unless you're BlackRock, right?
Fuckers. But I keep hearing the rich rent, they don't buy. But what if it gets annoying? Landlord decides. Well, no. The rich own, but you rent where you live, you own where you earn, basically. So like you own properties that you rent out, but it's easier to rent where you live. It really is.
Yeah. What was his name? The friend of Robert Kiyosaki.
Oh, which one?
Kevin
McElroy?
Yeah, McElroy.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, he was saying one interesting thing that he said just about his tenants and his real estate that he owns is he's like, yeah, even when real estate's lean and stuff like that, I would just rather have tenants in the building.
Yeah.
Right during those times, even if I'm not fully making as much profit as I could. Right. Just because they do tend to stay loyal when the rates or when the rent increases, they do tend to stay longer. And lots of different beneficial things, that you have from just having tenants in there. So I think right now, people who probably are in a good position to be renting out some real estate and stuff like that, like nobody's getting exactly what they want out of this market. There's just not that much.
That's
liquidity.
so true. That is very true. No one's getting exactly what you want, but you're getting what you deserve, you asshole.
That is true too.
But that delta between the two, right, is there. That's the locked money. That's the locked money, and it's big in Miami. There's more explosive places in Miami. There's a lot. The one negative to Vegas here actually is because they built a lot. They did actually build a lot. Now it was like moved into, so that's the good part of it. But like in areas where it's harder to build, you have to build sky rises in downtown Brickell to actually open up supply. So that's why the prices or condominiums. But that's why the prices are like this over there. So imagine down there in Miami. Oh, the money down there! Like just like if they were able just to refinance that, or
I know some of the houses out there, right? They're just like lots that have a house on them from like the 1950s.
Oh wow!
And because like there's no snow in Miami, right? They basically stick around a lot longer.
Yeah,
and it's just the land that's valuable. The actual house that's built upon it is practically nothing.
So you know the Stratosphere, right?
Yeah.
So outside the Stratosphere, remember there's a little convenience store. It's called like the Aztec something. It's like it's right in front of it. That piece of land is worth hundreds of millions.
The one across the street.
It's because they're a little convenience store that has a couple slot machines, but they have a casino license,
gaming license, right?
Gaming license, because they're able to keep they keep it open like that, right? When if anyone buys it, they can open a casino there, so it's worth that land, bro. That is some.
The only thing you'd have to figure out is how you're gonna get that valet working, but I guess you'd have to buy a few of those hotels or motels.
Semantics, Charlie. Semantics. We'll park on the street.
It is interesting watching like things get developed and built out here in Vegas.
Yeah,
because like the A's, for example, right? They're building their stadium. They actually have built like
what's up with the
because like what do you call it? There's a lot of people in Vegas that basically say the stadium will actually never get built. They're just saying they're building it to get government money. They'll take a certain amount of government money, say, "Oh, we can't build it anymore," and then scrap the project. Is what some people are assuming might happen.
But I don't really. Vegas has been pretty when it comes to sports side. They've been really good at doing it because
I think they'll actually.
And the F1
I think it's
too.
just haters.
I hate the F1 shit. Let's be like the F1 shit's fuck F1,
dude,
bro.
I think they lost their ass on F1 this year comparatively or something. I think they had to buy to make F1 look like it was mostly full in tickets. They had to give away a lot of free tickets.
Probably the casino comp stuff.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. Because they were offering me some stuff, bro, but I ain't.
It was raining and shit. The weather here was terrible during that time, and that's why I dipped.
I wouldn't complain so much if the traffic wasn't that bad. If the traffic wasn't bad, I'd be like, oh, cool, F1 day, let's set levy, let them live.
Yeah.
But oh my god, because it clogs up the center part of Las Vegas so much, everyone's on the off roads, and the off roads are clogged, which then just makes the main highway even more. So it's just
and
it's
the
like
locals aren't going to that, and then you got like tourism down here in Vegas compared to what it used to be,
right?
And then,
but that's just because the consumer's fucked right now too. Yeah. And then it doesn't.
Well, that's what I'm saying. It's just not a good environment for any of this stuff.
Yeah, F1 is good. Man, bro, stop. What? He's like F1's good, dog.
Which one?
Oh, Chris. Yeah,
I
Chris.
can't read the last comments on there because
the camera. We have the camera there. Yeah.
Blocked by that one camera. I have to look at my.
I mean, F1 isn't terrible, but like we've been to it already.
Everybody goes there once and like, oh, that was cool, and then anyways, next.
Yeah. F1 signed a 3-year. I wouldn't be surprised.
Yeah, they're giving billions to this city.
Yeah. So they
lose their ass.
F1 did. I mean, okay, Vegas made money on the first F1. They really did.
Yeah.
This is what, the third or the second? Third, right? The second one they made some money. The last one, I think they lost money.
I think they lost money. Yeah.
I think they lost money. I think over time, and by the next 3 years, by like 27, 28, I think that will be profitable again because the city's gonna be like that, and they're getting better at managing it and fixing.
You got
it
to get the Canadians back.
Yeah,
the Canadians. I mean, the Canadians. Were like 20% or 15% of all Vegas tourism or whatever, and they basically just like evaporated, left, aren't coming to Vegas right now.
Right.
So like, there's that. But yeah, I think it's been really the last like 4 months that I've really noticed a big tail off like on like Saturday night used to be Friday, Saturday night used to be where like every casino was always full no matter where you went and everything. And now it's like a normal night.
Yeah.
Sometimes on the weekends, and you're like, oh, it's still busy, but it's like a normal, what would usually be like a Thursday night is like a Saturday now.
Right.
Right. And so I'm just kind of like, uh-oh.
Well, this weekend's good. I went out yesterday.
Yeah.
I mean, it's because the cowboy, there's a rodeo,
the rodeo.
rodeos
Yeah.
here.
The right? Did you know?
Yeehaw.
Yeah. Yeah. The rodeo. What I think they put that there a few years ago or whatever because there was like a lot of dead time in tourism around just before Christmas, and they're like, oh, yeah, just have all those guys coming in. They
When in trouble at event.
Yeah.
Yeah, and it's true, but it's true
economy,
though.
right?
Yeah. But this is probably one of the only few cities that can handle that sort of stuff. Like, imagine this, if let's just say as like, let me close my eyes. Let's just say, boom, that somehow the United States, by a miracle of God, wins the Olympics again. Vegas could handle it.
Oh yeah, Vegas.
Yeah. I mean, like, look at the casino. Oh my God!
The only thing is they don't have all the infrastructure in terms of like they'd have the university to
build it and
play
let it
games.
just die. You know, like,
Yeah.
like in Russia.
How big is Rio de Janeiro? It's like what,
pretty big,
like 18 million people or something.
Yeah, it's a pretty big city.
So like,
but it's weird when it's kind of on a hill. It's kind of a cliff city.
Yeah, and Los Angeles is probably like 15 million. So like most of these cities, right? You have to throw in population.
Where is it? Pop, yeah.
Because that was in the Olympics a few years
ago. Oh
ago.
wow, it's smaller than I thought.
Oh, not that big. Yeah.
Oh, but the greater.
Okay,
yeah,
about 12 million. So yeah, I mean Vegas, what in the metropolitan area is about 3 to 4 million, something like that. So, yeah, Vegas would actually be kind of like borrowing a lot from LA. I think if you had a dual Vegas LA one, you could see something like that, but LA would never do that.
2.3 million. Yeah.
Okay,
but the city can handle it. It can expand.
No, it can handle about 40 million people.
Yeah,
throughout the year, right? And the airport actually, like, what do you call it? Has been working a lot at max capacity, like in 22 and 23. So, but anyways, yeah, the Vegas market, they just need to be less greedy, right? If the casinos were a little less greedy, I know that's what do you call it?
Charlie, you said this whole year greed is good.
No pun intended.
Greed is good.
But yeah, no, I mean, if they were to actually give deals, like, because I start seeing a few companies like do more comps and stuff now, start emailing you more. Hey, why don't you come back?
Because I came back and then my mailbox, bro, dog, it's like it's ridiculous how much shit I got in the mail, dude.
Time to come back.
Like I throw away so many of these hex tablets, bro. It's these pulse chain tablets, bro, in the trash. Like, what send me this crap?
SJ, we're looking at you now. But yeah, it's just,
RG.
It's interesting to see kind of all these different markets having different type of liquidity issues. Yeah. And so crypto's not, any different from a lot of that. But I mean, like you said before, with a lot of that sell pressure happening and Bitcoin holding up as much as it has, crypto's not doing as bad as it could be worse.
Yeah, it could be worse. And then it happened. No,
where's the magic 8 ball when we need it?
Charlie, hey. It's not the monkey paw. You're right.
Yeah, the conch. We threw away the conch.
Are we fucked? Are we fucked?
Until when?
Ask me again later, you motherfucker.
Until when? You have to be more specific.
Okay.
You gotta treat it like it has autism.
All right. Are we open up? Is the stock market open up green tomorrow? It decidedly so.
Oh, that's good.
Okay, cool.
Yeah, that's all we need.
New all-time high for Bitcoin before the end of quarter one. Y'all look. Ew.
Don't read that one. Uh-oh. It says no, we're nuking to zero. It's all going to zero. Like there's no all going to zero thing on here, and then all of a sudden it just says it's all going to zero. Like, oh no.
Oh no. Oh no. Oh yeah. Can you guys stop saying oh no? The fucking Kool-Aid man keeps coming through the fucking goddamn door.
Apparently that's been a trend on TikTok doing the Kool-Aid man,
really?
Kool-Aid man run. That's what I saw recently. I'm like, no way. That's fucking hilarious.
Yeah, but like Las Vegas, okay, as long as you're not going for the most bougier areas and stuff like that, Las Vegas, you can get a really good home for about four, maybe 3 if you really look, but you're gonna be going more dangerous side. But 400 to 500, like you get a really nice home. The homes are big here.
Yeah,
you're like at least 3-4 bedrooms. Like seriously.
You don't need a yard in Vegas because
it's hot as fuck. Maybe a pool.
Yeah, a pool is nice, but like, pool is actually really nice. But like, just a bit of a yard like is not really worth it because what you got freaking rocks on your
Right.
lawn.
It's rocks. Yeah. And then the only thing I can think of besides that is then from there, the other part of it is like if you have kids, then you'd be shopping for an area that has good schools nearby. Right. And that's that if you don't have kids and dogs, it's more of like the convenience of getting to the highway or where you're at. Like we'd probably recommend nowhere near the strip, but like but you know, you can get really good. No, there's places in Henderson's really nice. But as long as you're not Green Valley is where it starts getting expensive. There's like everyone looks at everything where the casinos are at. Yeah. So like Red Rock Casino, Green Valley Casino, Durango Casino. Look at that. Summerlin, but Summerlin's casino is technically Red Rock, but like Summerlin's like this huge. It's really long, like it's a whole area like that. But check it out, dude. Bro, 07, come to Vegas, dog. I mean, seriously, because when you're like 700,000 in Toronto, dog. The free is Toronto. The 6.
At least Vegas, the weather's good.
Yeah, the weather's great, dude. Don't move to Northtown. Yeah, but here's the problem. Northtown is getting gentrified. Parts of it are getting ordered, but I can't promise you because I don't live nowhere neither.
No,
but
you hear it on the news every night.
Man, that must be suck.
I read the headlines.
Yeah, there's some pretty freaking weird ass
there's some weird
shootings that happen over
the
there.
Craziest shit where there's a lot of value in it, but it's weird is people live near downtown Las Vegas.
Yeah.
There's actually some really nice homes down there, but the weird part is like there's drunks in the street sometimes, and there's weird.
Well,
but like some people
yeah.
like the action. Some people like the action. That's when you first move here, you get really your first year or two in Vegas is like. Woo! You're like, you know, it's going.
Yeah,
you know,
a tourist.
You're a tourist, and you're kind of like, and then eventually, you're like, we've been here for a while already.
Yeah.
So it's like you go out when it's a plan,
Yeah.
like, and you can get there. It's pretty easy.
Yeah, I would say like the funniest thing about Vegas is just like the homeless epidemic in terms of like crackheads being zombies on the street. Not as bad as like Seattle or San Francisco, what I've seen there in the news. Yeah. But like, man, like, yeah, there's some parts
Seattle's
of downtown
like Darfur,
that are just
bro.
tent city. It's
Yeah,
terrible. And you got the mole people living underneath the tunnels. Like, there's 1,500 people living under the strip, bro. And like, apparently, whenever there's like a big rainstorm or whatever, like a few of them get flushed out. So like, they basically all of their belongings just get like they go on a ride to the other side of the city under the tunnels and shit. Like, it's quite wild. There's some interesting little documentaries on YouTube about that stuff, but it's just like, I'm like, damn, people. Can you imagine like deciding to live under Las Vegas? Like, I'm not going to live in Las Vegas. I'm going to live under
Las Vegas. Mole,
like,
man.
Good God, bro.
This is true though. Spring Valley has great little neighborhoods. It's true. If you find a nice little cubby.
Oh yeah, no, that area is nice.
Enterprise right now is getting built out.
Yeah,
too,
that's
so
it's all brand new.
land.
Yeah, there's places that get built out pretty nicely and stuff. As long as hopefully you don't have some crazy neighbors. Remember that you used to have. You remember Charlie used to live in this older house in other Vegas. The next door neighbors, the ones in front of you, were like crazy hippie people building sculptures and shit.
They're just annoying as hell. They would like play music in the mornings and stuff. And then like, no, not that crazy.
Oh, Charlie, come on.
But like, what do you call it? When I the last weekend I was living there, I was just bumping Metallica at like 3 a.m. every time I came home from the casino. So I'm like, fuck these people. But what do you call it? Brown from the West there, fucking hilarious, right? Says those aren't crackheads here in Vegas. They're Hexicans after checking their portfolios.
Fuck, man. No, they're Sonic dogs.
Sonic boys.
But Sonic's basically the same price it's been already. It's been oscillating between like high 8s to like 10 cents the whole time. So it's like everyone's like, Sonic's so cooked that the price it's at the same. It's like where Bitcoin's at. It's just like
I mean, there's nothing that
yeah.
It's just like, what do you call it? Because there's no price action underneath it. It's like if Bitcoin decides to go down, it just has so much potential to drop heavy.
Yeah. I hate houses because of the break-ins. We've never experienced break-ins before, but like it's really dangerous. Look, I'm gonna tell you the truth. Unless you live in the most ghetto parts of North Town, the chances of a break-in in Las Vegas is almost zero because everyone is heavily armed. It's why would you breaking into a house in Vegas is like you want to die. You want to die.
The road rage incidents here in Vegas are hilarious. Like people are just shooting people on the road. You know, much less in their houses.
That road rage that happened here.
There's a bunch of them.
Dude, with the child.
There was the one with the 11-year-old.
The 11, the guy, this fucking dumb dude just shot into their car and then killed some little kid. And
that was brutal.
Fucking dumb,
some
dude.
Idiots out there.
That's insane, dude. But I don't know if you knew this. So I was talking to Rolla about this, but apparently, I hope this doesn't happen. But like Myron's planning to go to the UK. I don't.
Yeah,
think
he's been
that's-
planning that for a while, and he keeps saying he's wanting to go, but
he was more serious about it. He's like, yeah, I'm really. He's like,
it's just kind of dumb to do these days. With social
I
media.
don't think it's worth it.
Yeah.
Personally.
True.
I mean, he already risked his life going to like like these like not libertarian colleges. I'm sorry, but these kind of liberal colleges.
Well, freaking what's his name? Tim Pool recently, his house had a drive by.
Yeah, dude, he has horrible things. Like the main thing that happens to him is like these SWAT, like the SWAT comes in and breaks down his door. He's been swatted. A ton of times.
Really?
Yeah, which is
Gary was on his podcast.
Yeah, I saw that. I think he was there for like 20, 30 minutes and stuff.
Well, I think that was just like the main clip that they ended up putting out or whatever
okay,
of the whole conversation. But I mean,
his co-hosts were being so nice, like they actually were doing their stuff, and then like Tim was just being kind of a dickhead.
Yeah.
Like I was like, and
yeah, well, you're gonna get that, numerology.
I would just tell the one thing I would tell like Tim, because like he's done some good takes and stuff, but I was like, brother, it's time, just shave it off, dog. It's time. Bro, the beanie, bro, the beanie, it's time, dog.
Go to Turkish Airlines.
Yeah, dude. I mean, bro, can you imagine? It's like, hey, I'm shaving it off, but I'm going to Turkey. Do you know how much? Even because he's trying.
Dude,
to,
he actually could do a pretty big.
He can make a ton of money on that. Hey, Tim Pool / hair, like, bro, you tell he would make millions because right now, he's no longer getting paid by the fucking Russian government anymore, so he's hurting right now. So like he could pivot to a Russian ally, Turkey. You know what I'm saying? Like, I mean, like, bro, think about
they
that.
Russian ally?
Yeah. That's, yes.
They kind of like a Switzerland of the Middle East.
Yeah. the Turkish economy is completely held up by the fucking hair transplant industry, bro. It's not even
and that and baklavas.
Baklava's so good.
Those are both so
do
good.
you think Ken's is crazy? Some stuff. I mean, lately some of the stuff's getting a little crazy with she's going a little too crazy with the Kirk shit.
Yeah, I think she's just milking attention. Yeah,
but
good at that.
But the French shit, I'm here for the slander.
Yeah,
but she's right. But she's absolutely right. I mean, that's a fucking dude, bro.
I know, right?
That's a dude. Have you seen the thing where like she's like, so you got the Madam President of France, and then you have the First Lady of the United States. She's got a big old ass on her, and then literally flat as a pancake. It was so insane to the side by. They're next to each other. It was like.
You should do that. The Adam's apple, bro.
I haven't seen. I don't want to look. Yeah.
People are going after Michael Dell as well. His hit.
Michael Dell, really?
Yeah, the billionaire.
Yeah. Because he donated money to the kids, right?
Yeah. But in the video that he was doing that, everybody's like, "Good job, Michael Dell." But then they're like, "What is with your wife?" Because like apparently he's been with her since the '80s.
Okay.
In the '80s, like she looked cute and all that, like a normal, chick or whatever. But bro, people are wondering about that one. There,
look, the first thing is Michael Dell wife.
I think, yeah.
Oh no! Whoa!
I think it was just.
I see the vision though. I see the vision.
Poor plastic surgery.
Yeah, dude. It's just fuck, dude. Kyle, I have to share this. This is insane. Damn, dog. I see. Okay, I sort of saw the vision. I saw the vision a little bit, right? Damn, dog.
And he looks good for his age.
Yeah, he looks great. Yeah, he kind of looks like that Michael, that Jewish Michael dude. You know, like
which guy?
Like, it's a podcast guy. He's like Michael or Mike. I forgot. I remember
that middle picture right there with him and his like. That's what they were like.
Yeah, that's what they're like.
So like you could tell, like she just had poor plastic surgery over time. It's more of a Michael Jackson thing than a Macron thing.
Yeah, I mean that's real. I mean she's a real woman and stuff like that. But yeah, I mean,
he's got a side piece.
Charlie alleged, bro. Here with the allegations.
Sure, he's a billionaire. Come on, bro.
He's like my side. He's like Michael Dell, the side piece. Oh, you can take it down, Kyle. Yeah, go ahead. Fuck. Yeah,
that's how you know crypto's down bad. There's just nothing.
Just take her to Kylie Jenner or Michael or Kylie Jenner's mom's fucking dude or whatever. They have like a really good like surgeon.
Well, yeah.
Yeah,
the Kardashians.
Did you guys see Did you guys see the protest with the guy taking a pig
with the Quran in its mouth?
Taping or I don't know, bro. I don't know what you're talking about.
I don't want to know.
Yeah. Yeah.
So.
Oh yeah, Pahrump is the Wild West though, but it's because prostitution is legal there.
Yeah, I think that's where Lamar Odom OD'd.
Oh yeah, it was
when
Bunny,
he was
Bunny
divorced.
Ranch? Bunny Ranch?
Yeah, when he was divorcing
with
divorcing with Kim Kardashian.
No, the sister.
Oh, was it? Yeah, I can't remember all the details.
No, not Courtney. Damn, I can't even remember these bitches' names. Thank
I
God.
don't know any other names except for Kim.
W memory. W memory. I'm forgetting.
I'd be okay offloading that information to AI. Like, I don't need that in my
For
brain.
masterminding. All DHT off. Shout out to Dr. Totley. But
yeah, I mean, there's not too much. You got Barry Silbert still trying to make pumps happen. I don't know. Right now, it's just a matter of like waiting to see where liquidity comes from, and as long as Bitcoin's not breaking much below 80 or 74K, we're good.
We're Gucci, yeah. Yeah,
Until
Khloe
then, we're just
Kardashian,
waiting.
yeah.
You know, kind of gay.
Yeah.
But hey,
man, this is the market and stuff. There's always remember you know, DC on red days is the truth, bro.
Yeah, and like buying those dips where we're extremely undervalued is really, really good. So the closer that Bitcoin gets to like 80K, the cheaper everything is basically. But at that point, you're playing bounces. But until we test the underside of that 200-day moving average, which will probably be when Bitcoin does test 100K next, that will really tell us kind of, where we're at in the market right now. But yeah, to end the week, not the best weekly close, but we don't have to share it. That's fine. But yeah, we'll see what this week has in store in the first few days. If maybe the crypto market structure bill, the Clarity Act, that's one thing that could potentially pass. If that passes before the end of the year, that would be probably a good boost for crypto as well. So, yeah, we'll see.
Yeah, so that's correct. So if you don't know what to buy USDC.
Yeah,
and then you can buy things because you'll have the capital ready to go.
Exactly.
Yeah, absolutely. What's this? Myron will talk about it on Fed Reacts. Americans. Yeah, of course. Yeah, exactly. Let's see. Ken Rose, thank you for the $5 super chat, brother.
Yeah. I'll be regularly streaming this week from Tuesday through Friday on the Cultivate Crypto channel from 3 to 3:30 p.m. Pacific Standard Time, 6 p.m. Eastern Standard Time ish is when we'll be starting that. So it's good to be back in the swing of things, even though day to day there might not be as there's still a decent amount of news. There might not be as much price action happening, but we're biding our time because these are the times where you can continue to cultivate more crypto, stack more coins. Bitcoin, Ethereum, Solana are solid.
Are solid, yeah. I mean, I bought some EHEX recently, but I also bought another Ethereum. I bought an Ethereum to put it away into the Treasury.
Yeah.
Like, I'm not even selling it. Like, even if it ran, well, I mean, fuck, it went to 20 G's. I mean, all right. But I put it away in the Treasury just to kind of put it away. There's a certain, I've added Solana to that list of coins I'm putting there, and in BTC, because really I only got three coins on those short lists. It's sort of like Solana, ETH, and Bitcoin, or that those coins. I've got a stack that I'm it's there. It's like the wealth savings part.
Yeah, you can trade them a little bit when there's
there.
obvious moves and stuff like that in terms of to stack more of that, to cultivate more of those. But yeah, for the majority of the time, you're just buying, holding, throwing it on a Trezor.
That's right. But yeah, man. So I'll be back as well. I think I might be able to do a stream tomorrow afternoon.
Nice.
But I'll be back on a regular schedule as well and stuff. So very likely I'll also do a stream on Tuesday as well. So yeah, we're going to try to do as much as we can for you guys. And be on the lookout tomorrow. We're going to pin it when we're going to have the next webinar.
Yep.
And we're launching the Crypto Mindset, Meme Coin Alpha Group.
Beautiful.
So with that, thank you so much for joining us, man. Catch you on the flip side.
Peace.